We're twinning, Hank.
Hi,
Big
Brenda.
Hank. We're twinning.
I like your shirt. What's up, Raheem?
Hey,
How were your calls yesterday?
they were good. I actually got up and went out. I met this investor.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm getting dressed right now.
Okay. How'd that meeting with the investor go?
It was good. I was supposed to give him a call back Wednesday. I pretty much got a meeting with him for sure, but he wants me to call him back Wednesday. He went out of town. He's going out of town to Chicago, so he'll be back Wednesday.
Okay. What is he looking for?
A developer.
Okay.
I went out there. It was an expired listing, and I went out there to see if I could meet with the owner to sell it, and he just happened to be out there.
Okay.
And he told me he had fired his agent because she gave out his phone number to one of the buyers without his permission.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm hoping I'm his new agent.
You are. You are. Just be proactive. Get him what he needs.
Right.
And don't give out his number.
Oh, I know that.
At the top of the list. Good morning, Kelly, Denise.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. What we got going on? What was going on yesterday? How we do yesterday? Tell me about yesterday.
I got a new buyer client, a new buyer brokerage agreement. So we're going out to look at houses today.
Awesome. Okay. Where are they looking?
Lawrenceville,
Okay. How much?
340.
340. Ask Brenda. She has a listing that fits your client. She always got listings.
Okay.
Good for you. Did you make any more contacts yesterday? How many contacts you make yesterday?
I only made 6 yesterday. I had a lot going on. So I only made 6 contacts yesterday.
Okay. What's your plan for today?
Well, today I have another client that is looking for a rental in Atlanta up to 3,000. So trying to find something there because the rental market is just as crazy as this market here.
Right.
So going out looking with her today at properties. And then I'm gonna come back and make some phone calls.
Okay. Who you calling today?
I need to get into my S's and my U's. I didn't do that this week yet.
Okay. All right, cool. Denise, can you talk?
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna pass this the police whatever this is.
Uh-oh.
Okay, sorry. It's about 4 of them just lined up. Okay. Yeah, I can talk. Morning.
Good morning. So tell me about your yesterday.
Okay, so yesterday, what happened yesterday? Buyers, conversations with buyers, and then being stood up by clients when I got to this showing that was an hour from my house. So I was pretty irritated by for the rest of the evening.
Ouch. Ouch.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about that. Did you confirm? Is this a new buyer?
No, well, they're kind of sort of a new buyer. Yeah, they are, because this is my first time actually showing with them, but we did confirm. But I'm meeting with like the mom,
Okay.
because the actual buyer is like always on the road driving trucks. So I'm like, okay, cool, you know. And I literally talked to the mom. She's probably called me 3 times already this morning. But when I called when I was at the house, text when I was at the house, called before I got to the house, we talked 4 times yesterday. 4 times.
Wow.
And she never said that, okay, well, if he doesn't have the pre-approval, we won't just come. Because I told them offers are going to be due like at 10 o'clock on Wednesday morning. So if we're going to go out to this house, he needs to expedite getting the pre-approval. Like,
Right.
you need to expedite that, because I'm not going to just keep showing houses or start showing you houses and you don't even have a pre-approval. So I guess she just felt like, well, if he doesn't have the pre-approval, you know, by tonight, then we're just not going to go. But it wasn't communicated. It would have been better if you just at least call me or something. So I haven't even entertained that thought, but it really just got me back into the mindset of, okay, this is September, like this is the new month. First, so I didn't have any listings in August or closes a period in August. So I'm like, okay, well, this just so much just needs to change, and it's not going to start with them. So let me just shift my gears here and figure out what the marketing strategy is going to be. Obviously, for farming the same neighborhoods I farmed for the past 2 months. So just figuring out what I'm going to put on my postcards for this month, like what James was saying in the shift call, finding a mofer in the postcard. So I'm trying to like think about that. So yesterday I started thinking about that, but not as intentional as I have since that call.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. You're going to go back to work on your farm. You need to put together, make an offer for an immediate response.
Yep.
Right. So like house value, home equity analysis. What's the number that you want to get you to sell your house?
Yeah, right.
I was in a bad area because I could hear you, but you couldn't hear me.
What's going on?
Everett, we can hear you too.
Everett.
Well, I spoke with Spencer.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Good morning, y'all. I got it.
My bad, guys.
Mute. Okay, got it. Good morning. What
Morning.
is going on here, Hank?
It was anarchy.
Hey. All right. Good morning. It is a wealthy Wednesday. Okay. What we all talking about?
Well, Denise was talking about, she got stood up yesterday and she's working on, new attitude. We're going to get some listings. We're going to farm. We're going to get a mofer. Excuse my language. The PG version of mofer. She's trying to figure out a mofer for her postcards. You can go into Remind. Remind has postcards already made with mofers on it, or you can add to it. Or you can call your farm and make mofers over the phone. How about that?
I didn't know Remind had them. I have to check out Remind. But and calling is good. I have added them to the database for prospecting, so I can do that too.
Got a call.
Yeah.
Love that. What else? What else is y'all talking about?
That was it. I was asking people about their yesterday. What happened? What they had going on.
So anybody else had anything cool yesterday? What went on?
Kelly had a new buyer.
Go ahead, Kelly. Go. What else?
That was about it. Raheem had an investor he was talking to. He's going to get back in touch with. Developer.
That's right. We talked about that last night. So if you guys did not check out Open Coaching Hour last night, y'all missed the party. Okay, we had a great time. Okay, we learned all about land contracts. I get a call almost every day about land. I'm like, I don't know. I stay in my lane. My lane is very narrow. It's just houses. I know I look like I do it all. I don't. I just do houses. I don't do the land. I don't do none of the other stuff. Just the houses. You might get a townhouse condo. Other than that. So we learned a lot yesterday about land. So if you have questions about land contracts, go back into Team Tucker page and look at the Open Coaching Hour last night. I took a whole page of notes on it. So it was fantastic. What else is going on?
That's it so far.
Because like that's it. So you know what I really liked? What's her name? Ellie. How she farms her neighborhood, where she goes out there every month and people start looking for her. Did y'all remember that class with Ryan Assad? It was a class at a different market center, but we streamed it in, and he lives somewhere in Gwinnett, and he has a big white fluffy dog, and he walks his dog every day. That guy, that realtor guy, he be in his neighborhood outside. People start looking for him. And then I love how James was saying the one lady who did it for like a year, and she has only sold $1 million. That's like 4 houses for us. You know what I'm saying? And then the next year she went from 1 million to 6 million. And all that business came from that subdivision. So as a new agent, we so anxious for a deal. However, you can't, like that we talked about before, being a hunter or a farmer. Like, I know we want it now, and yes, we want it now, okay? We want instant gratification. I like it too, okay? However, the long money, the big money comes from the consistent, persistent relationship building and follow-up. Karen, her first listing she just had, she worked on that guy for 8 months. 8 months. Who would have gave up on that second phone call? Right? 8 months later, I've already forgotten your name, okay? But she stuck with it, consistent persistence in that follow-up, right? So what are you doing? Let's ask ourselves a question. Say, hey, self, what are we doing consistently on a daily basis for our real estate business?
What are we doing consistently?
So I know when Barb's is on the James call, I know when she's on, because she just starts texting me all kind of stuff, right? This morning she said, some of y'all are doing the wrong things over and over and over and consistently, and that's why your business is where it is.
When James said it, I was like, "Ooh, okay."
Oh.
James was really on one today. He was really cutthroat. Mm-hmm.
Barb's, you said chop us in the throat, explanation. This is not infotainment, boo. We do this for free. And you notice how they say it over and over again, because we pay $1,000 for a 30-minute phone call a week. So that y'all, so the fact that they do this every day for free. Thank you, pandemic, because that right there, that coaching that we get daily from James, he's the VP at KWI of education. Because of what he did about that, what he did, that call earned him a VP position at KWRI. That ain't no small potatoes, right? So I'm telling you, they giving for free. Gary ain't finna do this every morning for 30 minutes for free. So anywho, yeah. So what are we doing consistently every day for our business or against our business?
You know what? I realized one of my issues is I'm constantly prospecting for new, and I don't spend enough time on follow-up. Like you said, you meet someone and you forget them after 2 or 3 calls, but I'm in the process now of going through my database, making sure everybody is on some sort of smart plan. If I have a number, email, they get something from me on a consistent basis, utilizing the smart plans. That's, your database is your farm. That's your farm. You got to feed it. You got to add to it. You got to love on it. And that's where the business comes. One day you can be like Brenda if you work your database right.
I mean, she got a tight database. And I'm on it. I get the postcards, the invites, all the goodies. So it's a good thing to be on her database, okay? So just like Hank said, that's what you realize is that as a farmer, you're not even really planting the seeds. You just keep going to the store to buy more seed packets. That's that lead generation. If you don't even put them in command, you didn't even really plant the seed. You're just looking at the little carousel thing, picking out seeds every day and just hoping that one of them packets got one that sprouted a little bit in there. And you're like, oh, let me put some water on it. Water. Right? And then it's like, oh my God. And then this is what you do. You focus on that one. And you're like, come on. Grow. Water, grow. And then you totally forget about all the other ones and everything else you got going on. And then once that one sprout a little bit and then it dies, you're like, I'll quit real estate altogether. I'm going back to work. You know what's crazy? I've had this conversation more than once, right? So like Hank says, you got to think big picture. That's why what they say, what you do now shows up 90 days from now. But you got to be working it the whole 90 days. You can't plant it and then walk away 90 days and then come back like something's going to happen. That's why real estate is simple. It's just not easy because it's a consistent, persistent, doing the same unglamorous, boring, monotonous relationship building, especially if that's not your personality type. Some people, they thrive in it because they like meeting people anyway. They're going to meet people anyway. It's a little harder for some of us who really don't like people like that. Kelly, come on, 2 hands up. That's me all day, okay? I would love to just be by myself all day long, right? However, look, Tani's like, me too, right? However, that's not how this business is, okay? If you think of this as a farm, your lead generation is going to the store, get your seeds. I don't care where you get them from, the door knocking store, the Fizbo store, the expired store, the whatever store. You have to take and plant them in command. The magic isn't going to happen until you plant them in command, and then you're going to water them with a smart plan watering, okay? And that database, if you did that every day, let's say you added 5 new people to your database every day. You planted them in, put them on a watering smart plan. If you did that every day, that's 25 a week. That's 100 a month. If you watered 100 seeds, do you think one is going to pop up and possibly grow? And then the beauty of it is when it pops up, that, I got like a 4th grader. So then it's going to pollinate because of the things come off the thing. And then they re-go in the ground and grow some more, which are called referrals.
Come through, science project.
You know, girl, I had the cotton balls and all that, whatever, the little things that come off the and then they pollinate. And sometimes the bees help them out, right? The bees, those are your VIP referral people. Those are your bees going collecting referrals and bringing them back for you, right? But all that is going to come. You just can't, it's not going to happen at the seed store. You got to plant them in command, water them with a smart plan, right? Is a visual helping. What are your thoughts around that? What are we doing consistently? Are we even at the store consistently, or are we standing outside like, I'm about to go in this store for real this time? I'm about to call somebody. I'm about to talk to somebody for real. Then you got people just wandering around in the store. So where are you?
It depends on the day. I might be in the store. I might be thinking about going to the store. I might be all up in the store on the same aisle for a couple hours. It really depends on the day, especially if this other job just stressed me out and I don't do nothing. I'm not even going to the store.
Right? Forget the store. I ain't even going, right? So if we think about it, what the consistent action we have to do is get it all the way into command on a smart plan. Right? Hank is holding up the daily schedule. This is like the real estate. I don't know why real estate and a schedule is so hard to follow. I don't know if we need like the ding ding bells, like, when you change in school classes, it goes ding ding. You know what I mean? And then you just react and you go. Like, I don't know if I need a bell or what to stay on schedule and just do what I'm supposed to do during the time You know, like when you go to science class, you're not supposed to be doing math. You're supposed to be doing science in science class for the time between those bells, right? So how do we train ourselves back into that? Okay, between 9:30 and 10:30, I'm on with Hank. Who was on with Hank yesterday? Me and Hank. And
Hank, what is your Zoom link? Because I missed it. I think you put it in late.
Hank is my agent online.
Hank is my agent online.com, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 9:30 to 10:30. And if you have the Google Office calendars on your Google Calendar, the link pops up when you hit the event. So if you hit Power Hour, his link will be right there, and you just click on the link and it should take you straight to where you need to be. Okay, so you just get on mute and get busy. That's the time that you take your seeds and you put them in command and you water them with a smart plan. Thoughts? Thoughts, feelings, emotions. So if you really think about this, if you know your DPA points, so if you want to make $100,000, that's 40 points a day, 4 days a week, right? 40 points a day, 4 days a week. If you do your 5 calls, if you add your 5 new people to your database every day, that's at least 5 conversations, in addition to however many calls you had to do, right? If you did that 4 days a week, you'll hit your goal, you'll hit your DPA numbers. And if you hit your DPA numbers consistently, I promise you, there's no way you won't get this business. I don't know how else to say it. Like, there's just no way that you won't. If you consistently do this, the business will just walk right into your face and say, hello, I'm here. Let's make some money. Okay. But if they don't know where your face is at, they get confused and then they go somewhere else. Right. So one of our agents, last week I was in the office, one of our agents happened to see another agent with a client in the conference room. The client just so happens to be her friend in the conference room with another agent, getting their real estate on. You walk past the conference room and you see your friend in there with another agent. I just want that to sink in. Okay. And when I tell you that motivated her, so she was like, and you know what the lady said? She was like, hey, lady came out in the cafe. Hey friend. Hey, friend. I know you from what you used to do. Right?
Can I order some Mary Kay?
I need to order some Mary Kay. That's what she said. She's like, what are you doing here buying a house? Okay. So most of us are coming from a different career, or you may be transitioning right now from a different career. And that's okay, right? Don't be a secret agent out there. Make sure everyone you knows that you're there for them for all their real estate needs. And how can you do that? You take their contact and you put them in command. You plant them into your real estate database and you just drip on them. They either own or rent a house. You can send them some sort of smart plan. Am I right or am I right?
Right.
Yes. Thoughts, questions, feelings?
It's funny when you put people on a smart plan and you forget about it, and then they call you like, oh, I just got your text. And you're like, what are you talking? I have no idea what you're talking. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep. I sure did send you that text. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I just got my bi-monthly neighborhood nurture from Hank yesterday. Thanks, Hank.
So what time?
Every 2 weeks.
What time you want to meet to sell your house? Today at 2 or 4? What works for you?
I'm not selling. I'm in the process of a refi. Okay.
So, Alicia.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
So, yeah, I'm totally vibing with what you're saying right now, because I had 2 experiences over the last 2 days. Painful experiences, but, it's like, hey, all right, I understand what the deal is. you gotta, when you talk about the database, it's really, you gotta be in relationship. It's about being in relationship with people and being top of mind. And, that's why you gotta, use the smart plans. You gotta do the DTD2. You gotta be in front of people. You gotta have those touches because, was it, 6%, you can say 6 to 10%, but, most likely like 6% of the people that let's say whatever your database is, 6% is going to have some kind of real estate transaction in the next year. And whether you're talking to them or not, they're going to have some kind of transaction. And I had 2 experiences this week that just brought that home. One was a guy that we're on the same board together. We work together, and I mean, I've had conversations with him, but I had not been, because I really hadn't been on top of my database the way that I was, and that really what drove a lot of my business. And I kind of, fell off of really being in relationship with my database. So anyhow, I'm in a meeting the other day, and he's talking about how he's bought a house. And I'm like, what?
How you doing buying a house?
Bought a house for somebody else. I'm like, wow. And then I had the secretary, the principal secretary of the school that my kids used to go to. And, I had been in contact with her. We had a great relationship. I used to serve on the school board and all that, the council. So anyhow, I'm talking to her, and she's telling me, she's like, I just sold my house. And I'm just like, wow. And so, I couldn't be mad. I can't be mad at them. I'm like, hey, you got to be in front of them.
But Joe, just like what James said, you can't just be in front of them because that's indirect. Sometimes you got to be direct. Like, hey, if you have questions about real estate, you call me first, right? Or, you know what I mean? Like them just knowing it may not be enough. You know what I'm saying? So having that offer, having that direct offer, of information and whatnot. So, but just like you said, Joe, you was DTD2ing it real hard. And that's how you got this amazing, abundant amount of business. And then you fell off on the DTD2, right? So now you're starting to see those missed opportunities.
Yep.
And that's like, ooh, that's when you get real angry. You get real motivated then. And you're like, what? I'm going to tell everybody, get in a billboard. I'm just kidding. Don't buy a billboard. Anywho, you guys, we're at the end of our time. It is 9:29. It's a wealthy Wednesday. Don't forget to join us for team meeting today. Come for contracts class tomorrow. If you can't come tomorrow, they're doing it next Thursday as well. Same contracts class. So either this Thursday or next Thursday, okay? All right, let's take a deep breath in. Ooh, let's get this energy going and flowing. Come on, Kelly, put your phone down. Let's get this energy going, okay? I can only see you, Hank and Joe. All right, here we go. Y'all gotta get in here with me because we're money magnets. Money flows through us easily and freely. We are listing experts and magnets. And we're the kings and queens that follow up with at least 8 touches and a smart plan. In command, okay? Kelly, did you feel that one on your chin? In command, okay? All right, I heart you all, and I'll see you later.
Come to the power hour.
Oh, jump on Hank's power hour. Jump on Hank's power hour. Hank is my agent online.
Is there a meeting today for culture committee?
Oh, yes. If you're in culture committee, stay on right now. We're talking about culture. But everybody else, go jump on with Hank. Okay, let me stop it.